Hey everybody, welcome back to the podcast. Colton is here! Yay! We finally wrangled him.
Yep.
And we got him here in the stew.
The stew?
Yeah, we're in the stew. Yeah, this is the stew.
Stew
is this a new thing?
It's a studio. It's called the stew. Yeah.
Oh.
And by the studio, I mean my house that we turned into
a
a office space that is also where we do the podcast, where it's also where we play D&D, and also we stream it, and also I make my videos. So I don't know if it's really a stew. It's more of a...
You could studiofy this area though, like paint the walls a different color.
I really want to. I don't like that they're white.
Get some like soundproofing in here.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Painting's hard.
Painting is hard. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna ask somebody to do it and then give them money. So today, so I didn't realize the last episode, we spent like the first 6 minutes talking about Colton.
Yeah,
that was kind of funny.
I told Jacob on the way here I listened to the podcast, and the entire drive was just you guys being like, "Yeah, Colton," and I was like, "Are they gonna like?"
It was just a Colton episode.
Are they gonna move away from this?
Yeah.
I was a little confused.
Yeah. Oh. I like what you're doing with I love how every episode, Pepper, you are just up in the ante on quote unquote clickbait, because it's not bait, you know, but it is definitely like
this one's a little nuts.
I love that. That was great.
Is
YouTube censoring us?
I was even confused because I didn't know what it was about.
That's
like,
perfect. That's what we want. That's what we want. Is everybody to be like,
shit.
what?
Yeah, my original plan was to have Colton in the thumbnail. We talked about him so long, and I was like, well, then that's gonna be weird because he's gonna be actually on this one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll have to wait.
He's in the truck in the thumbnail in the background.
That's why I should put him. That'd been really funny.
You can always update the thumbnail.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. I can. I did a couple times with the title. I showed it to Lace, and she's like, this kind of feels alt-right, and I was like,
You know what?
No. So I think some of the original ones.
Oh.
She's like, this kind of seems like you guys are like anti-woke, and I was like,
now I'm
curious. I was like, I'm gonna do walk
so
a bit.
That's what we should do. We should make our thumbnails and titles anti-woke, get them in here, and then they're like, God damn it!
But now I'm curious. Like, what were some of the
honestly,
trial runs?
I can't remember honestly, because some of them are so like early in the morning that I'm just like, this is my placeholder one, and then I'm like, what about this view? And then I give her a couple ones, and she's like, these ones are kind of gross. And I was like, okay, I can go this way.
Oh, by the way, if you're listening right now, I just want to give a little advertisement for the bonus episode. If you guys don't know, if you're a member on our YouTube channel and you subscribe to members on our $10 tier, you get an extra hour of podcast. So every time we upload, which is normally weekly, whole nother hour that you get to watch. And Colton is going to be in the bonus episode this week, and we're going to play a little game today.
Yeah.
But in our bonus episode this week, we're going to be smasher passing all of the League of Legends characters.
Yeah.
Well, not all of them,
with
but
a few exceptions.
Yeah. So if you want to be there for that, go subscribe and come watch that, because Colton's really looking forward to it.
And then legally binding, you can never talk about League again.
I was going to say, the big caveat is
legally binding.
Once we do this,
Dude,
never again.
Dude,
damn.
It only took
League of Legends.
It only took 10 years, but Team Liquid is actually good now.
Let's go!
they went undefeated in regular season.
All right, that's a bonus episode. That's a bonus episode. What I do want to talk about, though, because we haven't done it in a little while, we have everybody. We have everybody. This is all of us. We're all here.
The entirety of
the casting
We got everybody here.
This is a majority, kind of.
We need to do Hyperfixation Hour. I wanted to talk about what we're hyperfixating on right now, which is, Colton, we just talk about things that we've been into the past week that we're either hyperfixating on or we're just enjoying currently, because we just really haven't done it in the past episodes. So, Pepper, what are you doing lately?
A little bit of art,
cool.
And I guess retrospectives or just large form essays about American Horror Story.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, I got one of those recommended on my YouTube yesterday.
Was it from? Let me find out. Because
if you show me the thumbnail, I could probably tell you. But
about specifically American Horror Story.
Yeah.
That's
Hannah
really interesting.
McKinney.
Can I see the thumbnail?
Maybe if I can show you without it playing.
Yeah,
I like autoplay.
YouTube's like,
you could screenshot it and send it to me.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
Smart.
You drawing?
You drawing some
You drawing?
stuff?
Drawing little stuff.
That's cool.
Doing little stuff.
I love that.
Yeah, my friend and I went up to Fresno last week, and we
Did you go to Lush?
I did.
How was it?
Good. I spent too much.
Oh.
But the Halloween stuff is not out till August 30th.
Yeah.
Just FYI.
Thank God. There's still some.
It was good.
But I resubscribed to
Order
Lush
in the
Kitchen,
world.
so I'm gonna be getting that
Good.
freaking box.
You should.
Whole September.
Who cares?
September can be Halloween. That's fine.
Fuck
September?
all of it. Yeah, we all know we're
September
after.
can be Halloween.
Yeah, we know we're all after.
August
all
just
right.
kind of needs to be over. August is we gotta be done with it,
Hello?
and then it
You
can
know,
go.
I used to be one of the people. It's like you can't go directly from Halloween into Christmas, but as the years have gone on, I've realized that Thanksgiving is kind of like ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
like is it really?
Thanksgiving. It's Halloween. Halloween. One
Thanksgiving
day,
gets its day. It gets its
Yeah.
day.
and then it's Halloween again.
To me, it's fall. It's like you can't.
Or
You
it's
can't do.
Christmas.
You have to have Halloween, and then you have to
Halloween
have
here.
like a fall time.
No.
And then you transition into Christmas.
I mean,
no, honestly,
Halloween
I
is
just
fall.
think here's the thing. I think after Halloween, we can just go. There's nothing now. One day of Thanksgiving, and then on.
Yeah.
It's,
Well,
but,
yeah, for
but
sure.
like I think when I was growing up, my family was like the family. Like they would like put out fall stuff and like decorate for Thanksgiving too. And I was just like, as time's gone on, I've been like, it's really just like a day that we've decided is an excuse to like get the family together.
Yeah.
But like Thanksgiving in and of itself is kind of based around some kind of wacky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Like,
good.
I like the concept of like, oh hey, be thankful for what you have. Like that part's great, but it being like very linked to pilgrimage and like
Yeah, I like
all of that
to
is
eat a
a
bunch
little-
of food. I just like a day where you
Yeah.
eat a
Yeah.
bunch of food.
You
I
can
love
totally do that.
stuffing.
Yeah, you can totally do that.
Yeah,
And Halloween is fall. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
it
Some of the
is.
Pumpkins.
The most iconic shit that is fall is Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's
Our-
other fall stuff like,
Like,
Our
like what? A
spooky
cornucopia?
skeleton.
yeah,
Our spooky skeleton
and
is gonna be outside.
and fall and leaves.
Leaves are also October.
Yeah.
Also, California, we don't see leaves change until December.
That's why I
anyway.
want
That's
it
true.
so
That's
badly.
true.
It's because I don't
They
see
start
it.
early.
Yeah.
In September because next month's
Yeah,
October.
but Halloween is like ghosts and goblins and pumpkins. It's
the
different.
SNES game.
Yes.
So why don't you
And
start fall
ghouls.
now and then move into Halloween?
Look,
Yeah.
I'm just saying that
The
after
last
October
2 weeks
31st,
of August can be fall.
after
And-
after October 31st, that you shouldn't have the skeletons out. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
The skeletons
How long
go
was
back
our
to
fucking
bed.
skeleton up in our front yard this
That's
year?
because we were lazy and didn't
Till
take it
like
down.
nearly Christmas.
Who
I'm
cares?
setting a
Make 'em
standard.
Santa.
I do
Who
not
cares?
think I
Dude, just
follow
put
the
a-
standard.
Put a Santa hat on it.
Yeah.
If I
that
could
counts.
get
Hell
one that would
yeah.
fit his head,
Okay,
I should.
you probably could.
You can get one commission.
a little beard.
Yeah, here if you buy a Santa outfit, I'll turn the body into a hat.
yeah.
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 Okay.
That makes sense.
Can we holidayify Cadman's giant skeleton?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
for the
Oh yeah,
Baldur's
of
Gate
course,
holidays?
Yeah.
of course,
Mhm.
of course.
Like it's New Marrow's Eve or whatever
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
called.
New marrow.
I don't know.
A
I'm
bone
trying to
marrow?
think. Yeah,
Bone marrow?
sure. I don't
Yeah.
know. That sounds like it could be Baldur's Gate Halloween.
Mhm.
I don't know what it is in Baldur. I forgot.
And then we just make him spookier.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh hey, it's Baldur's Gate
I-
Christmas. Give him
I
a
don't
little
see why
Santa
not.
hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Look, the only reason why I'm so finicky and such a stickler about it is because I link a lot of memory to it.
Okay.
And so I like the memory to be linked to a certain time. I love
Oh.
seasonal shit so much. I love Halloween.
Mhm.
But if it's Halloween when it's not supposed to be Halloween, it's not going to be special anymore
told
and
me-
I want to die.
You told me September 1st I could start.
No,
buying
that's
stuff.
why. Yeah, no, always
Valid.
September. September
Valid.
always. But every year it's like, what about August? And I'm like, if
Ugh.
it's 3 months long, it's not going to be special.
Okay, I did buy Halloween candles.
That's fine.
but-
That's fine. That's okay.
I haven't burned any of them yet.
We did a little bit. That's
When?
okay though.
When?
I'm just saying that
No,
like
it wasn't a Halloween candle. You bought fall scented stuff, and you were like, "I'll wait," and then you were burning it the next day.
which one? Which one was the false scented one I was burning?
So much for
Like,
Sensation Hour
you got like a.
or Hyperfixation Hour.
This counts. This
Sensation
counts.
hour?
Counts.
You know
this
what?
counts.
That's what that should be the name of the podcast.
That thumbnail you
Sensation
sent me
Hour.
is the video I saw, but I did not watch it.
You know, I'm only like 25 minutes in.
Yeah.
It's good so far.
I've only watched like 2 seasons of American Horror Story.
Oh, it's wild. Honestly, I think you'd probably stop.
I watched.
You could
I've seen
probably
a
watch
few episodes.
3 of them and then probably quit.
Yeah.
No, I watched the first season, and then
Yeah.
I watched Coven, and I watched Asylum.
You've not watched Freak Show?
No,
Dude,
I'm-
what the
I
fuck?
think
I don't-
I think
Dude,
Freak Show
what
is-
I
the
started
fuck?
watching it. I'm not very big on clowns.
Oh, that's
so-
valid. That's valid. That's valid.
And then
Freak
there's
Show-
like
you
that
would love Freak
the
Show.
scary clown guy who keeps that
Yeah.
lady in like a bus or something.
think
I was
Freak
like, I
Show
can't
is
do
the
that.
Only
Yeah.
one that I've seen any of.
It's honestly, I think if someone's like, "Hey, I want to get into it," I'd be like, "Watch Freak Show and stop."
Oh,
It's the best thing I've
Hell
ever
yeah.
seen. It's
That's
cool.
cool.
But yeah, there's a bunch of really good ones, but I think you'd probably get like the essence of it.
Yeah.
I also don't think it's a really good binge-worthy show because it's like it's built on like, oh, all these actors are, like replaying like reprising new roles, and it can kind of get a little spliced if you watch a lot of it like back to back.
That makes sense. Colton, what are you hyperfixating on right now?
Probably Final Fantasy 14.
Valid.
For sure.
I think I've logged into it every day since the expansion came out.
Nice,
Good,
dude.
Good.
You know, it's just like that era, Pepper. You know, when an expansion comes out for an MMO, they're like dropping new content every week, and it's like it's just nice because it feels like there's a lot of stuff to do. And I'm sure in a couple of months it's going to be like, okay, all the new content's kind of not new anymore, and it'll slow down. But I've also been watching. I don't even know how I got recommended her. But Gabby Bell, do you know who Gabby Bell is? No, she's like a commentary YouTuber.
That's cool.
But she does like kind of not reviews of shows really, but just like random topics.
That's cool.
So she has a few things on like kitchen nightmares and like I think the one I watched this morning was the TikTokification of emo music.
Oh, nice.
Talking about how like emo music has just kind of become a TikTok trend, and like people that are like perpetuating it now don't like actually know emo music. They just are doing it to do it, which I think
That's
actually used to be one of your issues with that type of music. You used to feel like it was
yeah,
just like
back
a thing.
when I was stupid.
Yeah, well, like for example, she found like a TikTok of like this band, this pop punk band doing like, do you know these old pop punk songs? And it was songs like Bring Me to Life by Evanescence, and they didn't know it. And it's like, that's like quintessential, like,
that's crazy.
like emo. You know?
That's wild.
That and like any like I'm Not Okay by MCR, and they didn't know it, and it's like
Wow.
you guys are part of a band. What do you mean you don't know this?
That's-
Like this
that's
is like
insane.
this is quintessential emo.
Yeah, look, if you make something like that, I don't think you need to be knowledged on all that kind of stuff. But to me, it's not even like, oh, you should know. To me, it's like, that's just kind of weird that you don't, though. Because it's not like you haven't read a book or you haven't watched a movie. Like, oh, you can't film this if you haven't read this. But like, you haven't heard MCR before? That's crazy.
Yeah.
How did you avoid it? That's wild.
I also like the this is old hyperfixation, but Chad Smith, the drummer for Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see when he was trending because he like one-taked the drum part for The Kill? That 30 Seconds to Mars song.
That's
like
crazy.
he had never heard it before. He just listens to a drumless track for like the first verse, and he just goes in, and he arguably does better than the actual drummer.
Damn.
Having never heard
crazy.
the song before in his life, so he claims.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I'll have to show you it after podcast.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. It's what?
It's good.
Oh, sorry.
It's great.
I didn't know if you were...
He also looks shockingly like what's the actor's name?
Chad Kroger.
Will Ferrell.
Oh.
He does actually. He does kind of look like Will
Yeah,
Ferrell.
he
That's
looks
really weird.
Yeah.
You're right on that.
I'll pull it up,
right
but we can pass
Spencer,
on to
what are you hyperfixating about right now?
I've been writing.
Whoa.
Yeah, you have. And I'm so excited.
Like a little fanfic? Or?
Yeah.
That's cool, dude. Hell yeah, my guy.
Oh, he does
He
look like...
does. That's really
For a
weird.
second, I was like, which one
That's
is...
just Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
That's
are they
crazy.
Are they long lost brothers?
Yeah.
They
That's
did a
wild.
bit on SNL where they said it was Will Ferrell drumming, but it was actually Chad Smith, and it took people a long time to actually catch on that it wasn't Will Ferrell.
That's crazy.
So
You're writing Boys Kissing.
writing.
I am writing Boys Kissing.
Oh, that's cool,
but
dude.
I don't know if I'll post it ever.
That's
Maybe
valid.
if
Who-
you pry it out of my
Can
cold
you
dead
at
hands.
least say who it is?
No, I won't. You
I
can,
can
you can assume who it is.
I can pretty
You
easily.
can
Assume? What do you mean assume? You can't assume.
You can assume. You
You
can always assume, but sometimes it makes you.
I don't
like,
think you can
no,
assume.
an
I
ass
think
or
I would have
whatever
to
they
give
say.
a few more details.
No.
Ask that you and me.
Yeah.
How dare you?
And I've been watching people play Stardew.
I thought you were going to say I've been watching people kiss.
Yeah.
That's solid.
I mean,
man.
you
been
need
studying?
to. It's
Like kiss
studying?
the
You
sword?
like-
a little
yeah.
case study. Yeah. I kind of moved away from. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I needed to move away from Law and Order. It's kind of just
Valid.
it's repetitive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
kind of just the same shit, and it's kind of sad. So
Yeah.
I've been watching people play Stardew, and then if I ever have a big chunk of time where I kind of want to actually pay attention to something, I've been rewatching old kill counts.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Oh, nice.
That's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. I've been hyperfixating on Metal Gear. I started playing. I'm playing all of them. And
Oh, did you get the collection?
yeah. Oh, I've had it, and then I haven't played it at all, and then I started it. Now
Nice.
I have started so many of those games so many times, and then never got through them because I don't know why. But this time I was like, all right, and I've never beaten the first Metal Gear game or Metal Gear
Is it
Solid
Metal
1.
Gear
sorry.
or Metal
No,
Gear
no,
Solid?
not the NES one.
Okay.
But the PS1 one. And I at first I was like, I don't know if I can do this, and then I was like, no, play it again, play it one more time, because if you do one more time, you'll get hooked, and I'm hooked, and it's really fun.
Sounds like
and it's
me
really
with,
good.
Sounds like me with Witcher. That's
Yeah.
how it was for me. I kept finishing the what story was it?
The first ones are bad.
No.
He's
Witcher
only
3,
played 3.
Specifically
Good.
Witcher 3.
Yeah.
Good. 'Cause the first ones are bad.
What's that quest line? The Bloody Baron? Is that
Yeah.
what it's
Yeah.
called? I kept finishing that quest line and then going,
Like, the game's done.
okay. Like, because like the game's like, you got to go find Ciri, but like if you haven't played the first 2 games, you don't really have a connection to the character.
Yeah.
So you do the Bloody Baron quest line, and that feels like a game in and of itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right, cool. Like, I was really invested in that.
Yeah.
What do I got to do now? Oh, I got to go find this character that I really don't care
Yeah.
about at the moment. I
To
can
be
do that
fair,
later.
Ciri is not in the other games or mentioned because Geralt has his memory wiped. So the fact that the plot of 3 is because he got his memory back, and he's like, "Oh fuck, I'm gonna find Ciri."
Gotcha.
And Yennefer, and that's so the introduction to those characters in 3 is so cool because it's like it is kind of a new introduction to them
Okay.
because Geralt hasn't been around them for so
Gotcha.
long. Also,
Honestly-
I think Ciri thought Geralt was dead. It's
Gotcha.
weird
Honestly,
timeline stuff.
the-
Pretty sure he dies.
I think
Yeah,
he does
and
in the
then,
second
and then
game,
Ciri
right?
brings him back. Yeah.
I think that
think him and
the only reason I actually
both died.
gave that
Yeah.
game another chance was because you kept bothering me about it.
'Cause it's
When we
amazing.
lived in the apartment, and then eventually I don't remember what it was, but I went to Walmart to like get something or other, and when I got out of the car, Sari fiance had messaged me, and I was like, I'm just gonna rant for a second because Jacob keeps bothering me about the fact that I haven't played Witcher 3, and she sent back, "You haven't played Witcher 3?" And I was like, "All right, fine, fuck it." And so I got the thing that I needed, and I went and I got Witcher 3, and I
Yeah.
brought it home.
That's the
and I was
equivalent.
"Fine,
That's
I'm
like being
playing
like,
it."
wait, you're like, you play Final Fantasy and you're like a D&D streamer and you haven't played Witcher 3. Like, it's the same thing. You haven't heard MCR.
Final Fantasy 16 is coming out next month on PC. If you haven't
cool.
played it yet, it's really good.
But Witcher 1 is rough. Witcher 1's bad. Witcher 2 is fine. I actually like Witcher 2. I think it's good.
I think I played like a few hours of Witcher 2, like when I was like 16. I got it.
When I was
played it during
hyperfixating
quarantine.
on 3 and I beat it for like the 4th time, I got 2 and played it and I was like, this is pretty good. 1 is unplayable. It's terrible. But 2 is all right.
It's funny you mentioned Law and Order. Never watched Law and Order,
Oh, really?
but it did remind me when I was growing up. Whenever I went to my grandparents' house, inevitably, without fail, NCIS on the
Yep,
TV.
Grandma Pat always had
NCIS.
NCIS on.
NCIS on the TV.
What'd you break?
Pepper just broke a
Nothing.
piece of the mic and then
That
went,
strength of
oops.
yours.
It didn't matter.
No,
it didn't
yeah,
matter what time
same.
of day it was.
My-
There was always a channel that
Oh,
had
for
NCIS
sure.
on.
Yeah.
My grandma Pat all day, every day had her pot of coffee and had NCIS,
It was
Law and
either-
Order,
Man.
anything
Yeah.
that was crime
It
related.
was either to give you an idea of how I grew up. It was either NCIS or the local televangelist, and that was it.
And we wonder why it's not okay to watch fucking something while you eat.
Yeah.
Fucking grandma was watching murder mysteries
Yeah.
while I was
Yeah,
while
my
she was eating.
my growing up, they stopped being a fan of him as what he actually was kind of got revealed. But my grandparents were huge fans of Benny Hinn growing up.
I thought you were going to say Kenneth Copeland, and I was going to be like, that's
No,
crazy.
No. Benny Hinn. But
Whoa.
Benny Hinn was a guy that like used to do the miracle healings, but
Oh.
in reality they would like fill out cards
Yeah.
at the start of shows and basically like, hey, how are you? What can we be praying for? And then those cards would go to people and he'd have an earpiece in and they'd be like,
wow.
hey, Jake Smith has cancer. And he'd be like, I feel a Jake Smith in the audience that's dealing with cancer. And then they'd bring him down and they'd like heal him. And like that was like
They
a whole
healed his
thing that they did.
cancer.
Like it's crazy. Super Eye
Good for
Patch
them.
Wolf has a video about it actually.
Yeah.
That's another hyperfixation. I love Super Eye Patch Wolf.
I have been I have been recently watching Curtis Connor. I tried to get into his videos a while ago and I was like, meh.
That's so strange to me. You've stuck with that for
Yeah, and
Wow.
I never really got into him, and then recently I was like, oh, actually his videos are awesome, and I've been watching all of them and they're really good. So yeah. Okay, so Colton, you wanted to. We're gonna play a game. We're gonna play a game we've actually played on the podcast before. It's called Wavelengths.
It's funny. I messaged Jacob and I was like, "We should play this on the podcast sometime," and he was like, "Oh, we've played that before. I didn't know that was the name."
Yeah. Except the version that I heard you say was that it's 1 to 100. I think we did 1 to 10.
Yeah. So the idea is like I saw it from like a wrestling group that played it, and the idea is it was like they got 3 things within the realm of wrestling. So it was like a finishing move.
Oh, okay.
Like a finishing move, and then they had to ascribe a number 1 to 100 to it. And so the question would be like a finishing move, and then they'd be like John Cena's attitude adjustment, and then the other person had to go, I think that's a 58. And then if they say no, then the next question was like a wrestler's entrance, and they had to be like, oh, Randy Orton's entrance, and they go, okay, well, 58, Randy Orton's entrance is pretty good, so maybe that bumps it up a little. So like it's not just like 3 video games or 3.
To, like, narrow it down.
It's like questions within a genre.
That you have to narrow down the number, right?
Exactly. And then the goal is to get the same number as so that your number could be 25 and you're trying to get us to find the number 25.
So the last time we did it, we just kind of did like we just kept naming things that were along the same thing. I like the idea you can ask questions. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
So Spencer, why don't you pick a number between 1 and 100? And then we need to...
and it has to be linked to a topic. So what is the topic that we're going to be...
Well, let's start easy. Do you want to pick the topic?
Sure.
What do you... Pick it. Do it.
It can be anything.
We could do Stardew Valley. We could do one of our campaigns. We could do...
How much do you all know about Stardew Valley?
I think we could give it a shot.
We could give it a crack. I might be a little fucked. Okay. But
look, here's the thing. We don't have to know the things. We just have to guess the rating of.
Do we curse on the podcast?
Yeah.
You can say fuck on the podcast.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
Yeah. Well, the last couple memes of it.
Okay. Yeah, that was the last episode. Was we talked about what happened, but it's not. I don't think it was the fact that we cursed a lot. It was. Go watch the podcast. You'll find out because I couldn't say what it was. But anyways,
so topic is Stardew Valley.
Sure.
Yeah.
Cool. So then you pick a number between 1 and 100,
and then we're gonna ask a question about Stardew Valley.
So for example, the question could be like favorite vegetable, and then if your number is 30, you need to pick something that's in like the bottom third of vegetables because your favorite would be at 100.
Yeah,
okay.
So it's 1 to 100.
Okay,
I need to pick something that's
100
a 30.
is very good.
100 is good. 100 is
0
the best ever.
Dog shit terrible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love that.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Pick a number.
Okay.
You got your number?
Got your number?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll ask the first question.
Okay.
Okay. Romance. You know what? No. Maybe like NPC. Just like any
favorite
character.
NPC.
Not even favorite. It could just be NPC because it may not be.
Then I answer the question.
Oh, it could be her favorite.
Exactly, like your favorite, and then that way. So now 100 is her absolute favorite. 1 is her absolute least favorite, and then wherever she is in the scale, she has to pick.
It's a
that
scale
character.
from
1 to 100.
Probably Mayor Lewis to Sebastian.
Right.
All right. That's my question. Is favorite NPC.
And then
So if
and
your
then
number
what do you think the number is?
Okay. Linus.
That's fairly high.
Yeah, I think that's in the top 50%.
I was gonna say, I feel like whenever I've heard that character mentioned, you're a fan of that character.
Not favorite though.
Right.
There's a lot more than Linus that she likes, but he's. I don't think. I think he's
like in the 70s.
Top 30, I would say.
Really,
like
you think
in the 70s?
I was thinking
30s.
more 50 to 60, but.
We can all give our own number.
I mean, I feel good about that. We could do like 50 to 70 or somewhere.
And then whoever gets the closest number?
And so the idea is we get 3 questions.
Yeah, you ask a question, you ask a question.
I guess we should all agree on a number.
Okay.
Because we'll give her a number, and then she'll say higher or lower.
Oh, so we should agree on a number now?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, so what do we think the number is for guess number 1?
So you said a top 30s, right?
I think so.
You think so too, Colton?
I think so too.
So
you want to just say 70 and call it
75?
So it's kind of equal, 75?
All right, 75.
So is the number 75?
Higher.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. Okay.
So now we can use that information for our next question.
Your question, Pepper.
Oh,
Oh, this is perfect. That's 3 of us, and we get 3 questions.
Boom.
Let me think.
We're so smart.
Let me think. Favorite the item for the museum.
Favorite museum item?
see.
I'm no help here. I don't know. I think I gave like one item over in my playthrough.
Something that's good.
What if she says Gunther, the guy?
The guy.
Yeah.
You should be able to talk to Gunther. It's a tragedy that you can't.
Yeah, he just lives in there. It's weird.
You get one cutscene and he never talks to you again.
He's the guy that you get
like
the
a
stuff
cowboy.
from?
Yeah.
Who you give the stuff to?
Let me.
Yeah, peep.
Well, you're gonna do research.
It's hard to think of.
All right.
There's a lot of items.
There
I'm
is.
Sure.
There's like 100, I think.
Oh, 1 to 100.
Oh,
wow.
Look, I assume
Genius.
if it's top 30, we're not talking about fucking dwarven artifacts or
Yeah.
the fucking cowboy spur. You know what I mean? I think we're talking
The chicken statue.
Potato.
I think we're talking about something good.
The potato.
I want to say that small thing while we're waiting for Spencer is that Metal Gear Solid 1, Metal Gear Solid because Metal Gear Solid.
Yes.
It's good. It's old.
Yeah.
And the gameplay's still fun though. But there are some story aspects and I'm like, Kojima, what are you doing?
Wow.
The fact that he has to locate Meryl by looking at her ass.
What about do you know about Quiet in Metal Gear Solid 5?
I do, and that she breathes through her skin.
Yeah, so she's like
yeah.
And then my personal favorite is that's the excuse he gave, and then people side by sided that with Yoko Taro, the guy that made Nier, being like, why is 2B dressed the way that she is? And his response was, I like women.
Hell yeah.
I have an answer.
Okay, what is your answer?
I'm gonna go with the ancient sword.
That's pretty high up there.
I feel like it's a high thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we want to? Okay, so we know 75
best.
it's higher. So do we want to jump up to like 90? Because
zero in.
then we know it's either 90 or up, or it's
I like
75 to 90.
Yeah, but do we even think it's going to be 90 or up?
What about 100? No, I guarantee
What
you.
about 100?
What about 100? It would just be lower. That's a stupid.
How about 99? How about 99?
But then we would definitely know. Well, we would
Definitely not 100.
No, that won't work.
Okay, 85
I feel like-
then? Kind of cut the
difference.
difference?
I think I like that. What?
Do you
No,
like that?
guess it.
Is it
85.
85?
Lower.
Okay, so we're within 10 digits.
10!
Oh god, and I have to come up with the last.
Yeah, the most minute.
Okay, question for you guys. Is Linus a romance option?
No.
Favorite romance option?
Oh.
Ooh. Guys, it's not 100. I just want to make
It's
sure we
not
know
100.
that.
It's not.
It's not Sebastian.
Colton, do you think it's crazy that, like, diving, like the diving sport in Olympics, you don't need the water.
Jesus
Not this again. You're
Christ.
gonna confuse me.
What?
So the swimming,
Uh-huh.
you need water, right?
Right.
But diving, it could be any substance, but we choose water because it's easy.
No, there's
Because
a reason.
the diving part is the part that's important.
But there's another part. The
Thank you,
importance of
Thank you.
the limiting the splash effect to hitting the water. And water acts in a certain way. So, like, if we put soda in there, it's going to splash differently by virtue, and they'd have to change their entire technique.
The
so
soda
water
technique?
is the most, yeah.
The soda technique.
Yeah. So water.
I don't know if they would
water
have.
is
I don't
like-
know if they could control it that
They could
much.
use orange juice. It'd hurt the eyes, probably.
That's the thing.
Chlorine already burns.
See, you could
Oh,
use
so
orange
orange
juice.
Yeah, but then everything would change because
No.
the splash would be different.
no pulp or pulp.
It'd be different.
I have
I'm
an
going to
answer.
drown you in motor oil.
Just use sludge.
You could
Just
dive
some
into motor
slime.
oil.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sam.
Sam.
I don't know who that is.
Sam
He's the
is
blonde guy.
He's
He's
yeah.
the
He's got spiky
blonde
hair. He's
He plays
Guitar
guitar.
player.
yeah.
Oh,
He's cute.
okay. I
He's friends
vaguely
with
know what you're talking
Sebastian.
about. I mean, okay.
That's number 2, I think.
so.
What did we guess at first? 75?
75.
Yeah, so it's between
85.
75 and 85.
So it's like 82, I think.
You think?
I think that's it.
I'm willing.
Yeah. Might as well.
Sure. 82.
82 was exactly right.
Let's go! Let's fucking go, guys. That was awesome.
Yeah.
All right, that's the end of the episode. We'll see you guys
See you in
later.
the bonus episode.
Okay, I'll go next. I will do a random number between 1 and
All
100.
right. What topic
you're
are we
doing it.
giving Jacob?
Do you?
I thought Jake
No,
gets
he
to
gets
pick.
to pick, right?
Yeah.
Would you
I
pick?
do?
You could do like
You
Attack on
could.
Titan.
You guys could.
No, pick.
Sure, you can pick the topic.
Oh
Yeah.
fuck. Okay, that's my number.
You just did a random generator.
Yeah, I just
Okay.
randomly did it. Let's do
somewhere.
I'll
in there
take the
was
bullet.
like-
I'll bite the bullet for it. I'll do D&D.
D&D.
I'll do D&D.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it like just
Anything.
D&D in general?
Anything.
Yeah.
Spells, monsters, character
Ugh.
classes, abilities, anything.
That's
Adventure modules, anything.
Okay.
That's the topic, though.
Would you do it first?
Yeah. I'll take adventure modules.
Okay.
No, think hard. Think hard.
adventure module.
Yep.
I assume only the ones we know. Like, we're not counting, like, Dragon of Ice Spire Peak, are we?
That's a module.
It is a module, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lost Mines of Fandelver!
Yeah.
You get to exist!
in
That's
there.
that's
We'll
actually my
say-
answer is Lost Mines of Fandelver.
What?
Oh, it's kind of.
Oh, it's gotta be low.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be low.
I don't
But
think.
how low?
I don't think it's as low as like Storm King's Thunder
No.
or Out of the Abyss.
That's probably fair.
Because I know Jacob doesn't like either of those.
It's fair. It's fair.
Okay.
We could start at like 20,
Yeah, 25 maybe.
25.
Sure.
You think 25?
25.
Higher.
Higher.
Higher?
Okay, higher than
Wow,
25.
it's higher than the
I
bottom
would say I
quarter.
feel like there's some redeeming qualities maybe.
I think so. I would say at the time, the players,
It was nice.
that adventure is probably better than most of the adventures that they planted.
Higher than 25.
I guess you could argue it's an adventure if it's introductory.
Yeah.
What's
Well,
something that would be really useful?
it's a paperback too, isn't it? Like the
Yeah.
yeah.
It's also cheap.
That's true. It's like $20.
I mean, I think there's a lot of redeeming qualities about
I should
it.
just say
Comes
it's
with
just the
dice.
module.
Yeah.
It's just how the module is written.
Oh.
Of course.
If I can say anything, I love that box that it came in. That
Yeah.
starter
Yeah.
box.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love
It's
that they
very
made more
nice.
too.
Yeah.
That's great.
Okay. What's something that's not so crazy?
Yeah.
Ooh,
How about all of the spells?
What about magic weapon?
Okay.
So +1, +2, +3, or anything that just has a magic effect.
A +1 short sword.
Oh, it's like very like generic.
Yeah.
Could go higher. Could go 50.
I think yeah.
Yeah.
That feels very
50?
50.
Higher.
Higher?
Than 50.
Holy fuck!
Wait, Fandelver was in your top half.
I don't know if I'd put +1 sword in my
50.
top half.
Granted, I mean I might because my D&D argument is always you need a +1 weapon.
That's true.
But there's so many other things.
+3 is better though.
+1's like 25.
All right.
All right, well,
Like you're talking about like when I'm
What's the
becoming
question?
magical. The +1's the base magic. Should be 0. Because you can't go under my +1 magic. What are you putting under? If that's
Well,
51,
they're all the common
what the
weapons.
fuck is underneath
The commons.
it? Oh, you're right.
There
You're
are
right.
common
The
options.
fucking cape of billowing and the
Yeah.
You look
Was I
cool.
rating power level or was I rating my favorite?
Your
the
favorite?
wand
also
of
favorite.
aneurysms or whatever. Okay.
Oh, that's true. You're a DM primarily. You
So-
want to give
Higher than 50.
higher
Yeah.
than 50,
Fuck. Okay.
which means that we have a range of
Okay,
51 to 100.
Yep.
Colored
That sucks.
colored dragons, either chromatic
Oh.
or
Ooh.
metallic. And no gem ones, just for ease.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because then it's 10, and then we have 10 per increment of 10. And no shadows or Draco Liches.
Okay.
The core 10 we
let's-
have.
I'm gonna say
Like he was
bronze.
bronze.
What the
Are
fuck?
Nice.
bronze the really talkative ones?
That's copper.
Yeah. I was
That's
gonna
copper.
say copper.
I'm not too up to date on
What's
my
that?
D&D
No,
dragons.
bronze are kind of. It's kind of a boring answer, I think.
Do you think
So it
it's
could be
not
like a
much
s-
higher than 50? Do you think that's what it is? Is that 50 is it could be 52.
Could be.
So
Right, where you forgot the 10s.
yeah, that's still
I
higher.
really squandered our ability to pick up the 10s here. We still have
Yeah.
two numbers, I don't know. It could be. Could be in the 50s still. Could be in the 60s.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's high 60s. I feel like
No.
it's 50 to 66 or something like
So
that.
58.
I feel good about that. I mean, it's
58?
shot in the dark no matter what.
58.
It's 54.
Whoa.
That was really close.
Yeah.
That was really close. You guys figured it
That
out.
was close.
I picked everything that was mid.
Uh-huh.
I was like, this is neither bad nor good. It's
Yeah.
just, Fandelver's fine.
That's
A
true.
+1 short sword is
It's
good
fine.
to have.
Yeah,
It's
acceptable.
better than a staff of flowers. It's just a
That's true.
stupid thing to have.
That's true.
And then a bronze dragon is still cool, but it's like,
Yeah.
they like
bronze.
water.
What's their breath attack? Their
It's
breath
lightning.
Lightning.
Yeah. They're so
Is
like
that what Nar was?
out of all so
Yeah.
like out of
Alright.
all of my that's the hard part because I like all of the dragons.
Yeah.
But if there's dragons that I'm kind of like about. It's those ones.
Valid.
All right, who's
I
next?
have my number.
Okay. What are you? What's
You
your
guys
topic?
pick for me. What is my topic?
Okay.
Dude, let's do IKEA furniture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking tax forms.
No, you know what?
What's
I've
your
got
highest
it.
tax
Let's
form?
do anime.
Anime?
Okay, I
Oh,
like
okay,
that.
okay.
I like
Anime.
that.
That's good.
Okay, any anime stuff.
Yeah,
I love that.
Any anime. Just try not to be
It's
like.
only fair that you
just
ask the first
try,
question.
try not to be like your feelings on Eva because I haven't watched Eva.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. I didn't think about that. But that's an interesting.
Yeah.
Feelings on Neon Genesis.
I need, yeah.
So you gotta
I need
also
a
keep in mind
7-page
what I've seen.
paragraph.
Okay. I want genre.
Anime/manga.
You want
can ask
what?
manga
I want
questions.
genre.
Genre?
Genre.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You know, there's a little
That's good.
shoujo, a little isekai, a little shonen.
This is fun. This is
A little fucking little boys love. What's going on?
Back to my fanfic.
Yeah, it's a
my
sports
meme I gave
anime.
you on Spelljammer. I'm not gonna go into the detail of
Yeah.
yaoi.
Oh, yeah.
How do I answer that?
Sport. anime.
Honestly, with the truth.
No, I know. I'm just trying to figure out like.
You
I'm
gotta go
fine
with
if
your
you
gut.
Yeah, I'm fine if you don't even give me an archetype. You're trying to give me like an anime similar to this one.
Sure.
Yeah,
You
that's
know what?
fine.
You know what? No, we'll just
Is it Gundam?
by virtue.
Little mecha?
Ooh.
A little dark?
You know what? We'll just say yaoi. Like yaoi is.
What?
Wow, 100.
Do you not know what yaoi is?
I do know what it is. I'm just surprised you said it. All right. Okay.
So, we're
So
so
here's
we're assuming.
so here's the thing you have to keep in mind. How much yaoi have I watched?
It's gonna be like
No, but
Right?
you know the genre.
32 or something is my guess.
I'm down with that.
Sure.
All right, 32.
Lower.
Okay.
Lower.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay.
That's good. That's good. That's
What if
good.
Shonen pro tags.
Shonen pro tags.
And you can have like semi pro tags. Like,
Yeah.
like Sasuke counts as a pro tag.
No, he's a
No, it's the
Deuteronomist or whatever.
Thing.
No, what was that?
You can have fucking
a Deuteronomy.
what the
That's
fuck's his
the book
name?
of the Bible. Deuterologist.
Deuteronomy.
I forgot
That's
what it
what
was.
I
That's
So-
what they call it. It's
so-
the character who isn't the main character, but he's like
Oh,
the side
the
character.
secondary.
Yeah, but they're all
So
pro tags.
does it have to be the main character?
Well, Pepper
That's
said no.
important.
No, because you can have fucking Deku or fucking Bakugo. They're
Yeah.
all
Gotcha.
pro tags. It's the same shit.
Got you.
Just because one's fucking knows what MCR is doesn't mean.
Yeah.
Just because
Yeah.
one knows Evanescence doesn't mean it's not pro tag.
Kirito.
Who's that?
Sword Art Online.
Oh,
Fucking
okay.
crap. Wow.
Okay.
Okay. It is quickly plummeting.
Yeah,
into the
this is
ground.
gonna be like 15.
That feels like a solid answer too.
15.
15. Lower.
Kirito has-
More than 15.
Honestly, that's valid. That's valid.
What did this little boy
Wait,
do
hang
to
on,
you?
Hang on. Can I have a more specific answer than Kirito? Kirito from
Gun Gal Kirito.
Thank you. It's zero. It's zero. Or one.
Oh,
Spencer, you gotta ask a good
I don't
question.
have a
You
good
gotta
question.
we gotta lock in like how bad it
What'd
is.
you
You gotta
guess?
ask him something that he hates.
What did you guess, Jacob?
I guessed 15.
15, so less than 15.
Less than 15.
15?
We gotta
Hey.
ask him something he hates.
But this is the sweet spot. 15 is a really good odds.
What's a good question?
God. Oh wait, did you say Gun Gale?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. It actually could be higher than zero.
Higher than zero?
I thought
I
we were
think it
talking about
has to be at
Elfheim or
least
whatever.
one.
Oh, I forgot about Alfheim.
Well,
It's somewhere in there.
Elfheim's
It's not.
bad.
It's not base Kirito. Base Kirito
It's
is
decent.
probably the best one.
No, Gun Gale's kind of a douchebag. And Elfheim one's weird.
I mean, maybe
Kinda
like
Stan, think you watch.
maybe like
Are we talking fan dub or just regular?
you can ask him
Sword Art
Naruto
Online?
arcs.
Naruto
Favorite
arcs.
Naruto arc.
Sure.
Jesus Christ.
No.
No?
Hang on. No, you totally can, but we're not talking about fucking filler or fucking side moves when he goes to the snow village. I don't want to talk about that. That's a billion different things we're talking about.
No,
It's like, which is your favorite Goku form?
Oh Jesus.
Absent
Okay.
Dad's my favorite Goku form.
What?
As an absent dad's my favorite.
Dude, Piccolo is more dad to
Damn.
to Gohan than Goku is.
I did explain to Spencer the other day who Majin Buu was.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
That's a really strange way to learn. He's
So
Kirby.
like, who's
I
Majin
can't,
Buu?
He's
I
just
can't
Kirby.
include filler, or can I include
Sure,
filler?
go ahead.
Okay. I don't know how to define this.
That's fine.
But it's the 5th Shinobi War, but specifically
Wait, whoa!
the 4th Shinobi War.
I was gonna say
The climax of the
No,
entirety
no,
of
no,
the
no.
20-year story.
Let me clarify. But specifically the part of the anime where Infinite Tsukuyomi happens,
Oh, I see.
and they do fillers of what everyone's dream are for 6 months because they didn't have the content
That's
to finish
valid.
the
That's
fucking
What?
anime.
Okay, that's
Just
valid.
imagine,
it's 3.
just imagine 6 months of
My
filler.
man just said fucking Kisame Mike guy 0. You're like,
All right, I
Because-
think the get. What's your guess, Spencer? I think you should throw it out.
like 4,
Yeah.
I really like
I agree.
that. I really
7.
Like
7.
7.
Because
That was
so
fun.
here's the thing: the war arc has a few redeeming qualities.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Obito Kakashi fight is like probably the best fight in all of Shippuden.
Mm-hmm.
But man, they really went on for like 6 months to a year with that
Yeah,
filler.
yeah.
Like it was
That's
it was
crazy. It
was
brutal.
dog. It was
Like
dog.
most people, like including me, just stopped watching the show.
Oh, yeah,
because
yeah,
of it.
yeah, yeah.
Like
Damn. All right, what's your topic?
I think your number first.
oh, right. I should do that first.
here,
Can I get everyone's previous number? Oh. Okay.
do I need to re-roll it?
No,
or-
it's fine.
Okay.
Just close
You
it.
didn't see it. Did
That's
you, Colton?
wild.
No, I
That is
pressed it, and then when
wild.
I turned it, it was
Okay.
generating.
That's okay. I can see that again.
Yeah.
Just don't look in the camera because the camera will see
I
it.
just want to see the range. Okay. Thank you. That's all I want to know. Okay. Fuck me, man. Trying to think about something we all know about, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I asked,
Mhm.
Jacob was like, ask him about Naruto. I'm like, I know nothing about that.
Here, you guys can have Zelda ones.
Zelda?
Zelda.
Anything, but I have not read the manga, so I mean, I'll try my best.
It's all right.
It doesn't
You don't
matter.
need to.
Zelda
All right,
things
that
are probably
works.
pretty good.
That works.
Favorite? I don't know. Let's start easy. Favorite Zelda character?
Beetle. It's 5.
Someone. I actually really like Beetle. Okay,
You
so
tortured him
I
so
pick
much.
a character that's like that.
You pick a character. So whatever that number was,
That
100
that
is your
represents that
favorite
number.
character of
Okay.
all time. 1 is your least
Mary
favorite.
Louise
You
to
pick
Sebastian.
something in there.
I might like least. Okay.
Yeah. So your favorite 100 would be your favorite. 1 would be your least favorite. You got to pick 1 in there that matches the number.
1 cuckoo.
1.
One chicken?
1 chicken.
One
Okay.
fucking chicken.
Okay, there's...
Okay, those chickens are kind of funny though.
yeah. They're useful at times.
But favorite character?
I have no idea.
This gotta be like,
It's gonna be like,
low,
I think
right?
we gotta go 50 because I'm just clueless.
Just 50
No,
and see where it goes from there.
Lower, I think.
I think it's lower too.
Okay.
Maybe
All right.
20.
You think 20?
One
It's a chicken.
Okay.
20.
Lower.
All right. All right. All right. All right. All right.
What?
One chicken.
Yeah, I'll let you pick the game too. Any cuckoo from
Any
any
cuckoo?
game.
Wow. They're all the same. Some have more polygons than others.
Hey, at least
Yeah.
it wasn't.
Maybe not the ones
Was
from
his name
fucking Link to the Past, whatever.
Twinkle
you know,
or
I'll
Tingle?
check
or
it.
Tingle?
whatever.
His
Yeah.
name is not
Oh, yeah.
Twinkle. All right.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
not a twink.
Favorite tingle color.
Yeah, is that really a question?
No.
Favorite what? Favorite twinkle color?
Tingle.
Equal colors.
In Wind Waker, there's a bunch of
There's a
it
bunch
dressed
of 'em.
up.
Weren't you supposed to like combine your Game Boy using the Link card thing to your
In the
GameCube for Wind
Wii in the
Waker?
HD version, you connect to the Wii the service, the Wii U
Oh, that
service.
doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah. It just goes. You can't do that anymore.
It goes, Tingle will send a message for you, and it's just the Wii menu goes, this no longer is in order. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh, and Tingle's like, maybe later. You're like, no, Tingle.
It'll never.
There
It'll
won't be a
never.
later.
It's never gonna
If
happen.
he just harasses you, but he's like, you want to send a letter? You're like, Tingle, if you knew how the world's
I
changed
absolutely
since you've
would.
been born.
I would love to, but I
Yeah,
can't.
if I could have done that for the bit for Zelda, I would have.
Yeah.
I would have sent a heinous message every day.
What's the name of that?
Question.
There's the name of a manga that was about
Tingle?
Like letter deliverers. It's called like Letter Bee or something.
Oh, I thought you were talking about fucking Violet Evergarden.
do that.
I was like, shut
No,
up, Colton.
no,
Shut
no,
up,
no,
shut
no.
up.
Dude, I'm surprised I didn't get a
All right.
Violet Evergarden
All
quote.
right.
Oh, I should have.
It would have been like would have had to be in like the 90s for me to
Hottest link.
hottest. So it has to be the
Probably the fucking.
like.
Hang on, I have to think.
Maybe it's Majora's Mask, like initial mask.
2?
Deku.
Two.
Adventure of Link.
Yeah,
Link?
2. Because at least CD-ROM has a face.
All right, let's see.
It is a little crazy, but it's.
I can't use my phone because I'll see. the
So
number.
Zelda 2 Adventure of
Link.
Link.
Yeah.
He's 8 pixels.
Yeah, and he's sideways. And
He's
standing
sideways.
Like this. He's
He
like,
does kind of do cool moves where he does like a downwards thrust.
Oh, he
My
does.
vote is like 5. I think it's got to be down in the dumps.
Okay, you want to say 5?
I think so.
Okay,
Gives us a range. 5.
5.
I wish I could live it lower.
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 Okay, well we got a pretty good range now.
Wind Waker boss.
All right,
guy-
best for last.
Is it
It
1?
might be 1.
Wind Waker boss?
Wind Waker boss. This is just for fun.
God, I don't even know. Those Octoroks that you have to shoot to get your shit, like the giant ones. You have to shoot all the eyes on.
It's fucking 2.
2.
It's gotta be 1 or
Not
2.
1.
Well, there's not that many bosses, so
Can
I
we
mean,
vote 1 for the meme?
yeah, we're gonna vote 1.
It's 1.
It was 1.
I wanted to know if the range was 0 to 1 or 0 to 100. It was 1 or 100.
Oh my
I got the
god,
lowest possible.
that's crazy. 1.
Yeah.
It's real.
That's crazy.
There's no way they saw that.
That's wild.
It counts.
That's wild. Well, that was really fun. Yeah. It was a
Yeah.
great time. We have time for a few questions. Maybe if people answered them
1.
If people answered the
on
questions
the
for us.
would
They answered them for
so
us.
Colton,
Thank
remember
you.
when you said there would be nothing because nobody's going to see this? There's 18 questions
I didn't think-
on the community
Oh.
post.
I didn't think people were gonna see it in like someone made that.
Oh,
What is that?
it's you,
As a therapist, I think.
Oh,
as a demon
I couldn't
man.
see it. I'm sorry.
Oh, the fucking album
Shut-
cover?
Yeah.
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 What,
yeah.
the album cover is good.
what does that have to do with anything?
Nothing. I was. Wow. When you're moving your phone, the edge of the thing is like flashing the light
I like
directly
to
in my
edge
eyes.
my phone.
Oh, that's good for you.
So this question.
That's great.
So we're gonna speed run questions. You guys
Okay.
ready? So we're
Go,
gonna start
go,
doing
go,
questions
go,
on
go.
our community post on YouTube. So if you're a watcher and you like to ask us questions on Twitter, just hop over to our YouTube and go to our community post on Mondays where we're gonna post the question. So
this might be my fault because I'm pretty sure I just have unmedicated ADHD, but
Yeah.
I've noticed that whenever I'm on the podcast, we get distracted about every 5 minutes. And I
Yeah.
think it's my fault.
it probably it's okay. Oliver Wisniewski asked favorite creature type in Dungeons and Dragons: aberrations, monstrosities, plants. I love oozes. I fucking love ooze.
Ooze.
It's gotta be ooze, undead, and then dragons easily.
Undead has to be my number, my 1, not my 100.
They're
my
so
1.
cool. They're so cool.
Fucking undead fortitude.
Pepper?
Undead's cool.
Fucking kill me.
Yeah, it's probably undead aberrations ooze.
Yeah.
I like aberrations. I think aberrations are up there.
What's yours, Spencer?
I like undead. Fae are cool.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah. Solid.
They're also good.
I think the issue for me is that.
Hang on.
Oh, wait a
I gotta
minute.
change mine. I
Devils.
forgot. Fiends. Fiends
Yeah.
is number 1.
Oh.
Fiends, ooze,
Yeah, that's fine.
undead, dragons.
Celestials are kind of cool too. We just need more of them.
Yes.
I
agree.
would love to fight Celestials all the time. but there's just not that many stat blocks.
Agree.
Oh, speaking of Jacob, proving my own point, but we mentioned undead, we mentioned fiends. I was thinking about the Curse of Strahd game that I'm running for Sari and the other people. I did a little bit of a, what's the word?
Deviation.
Thank you. Remember how like I asked, hey, would you do would you give every single one of the allies? And you were like, only if you really want to manage that many NPCs. Rather than that, I gave each player character 1 ally card.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So the idea is
Love
like,
that.
yes, the
They have
idea
their
is like
companion.
you're looking for
This
the
person.
brother called the lesser. You're looking for the
That's
funny
cool.
man with the monkey. You're
That's
looking
awesome.
for
That's
So
cool.
that was my workaround because I think that a singular NPC is a little goofy.
Yeah. 6x66 asked.
What?
What?
6 times 6 is
It's
6?
no, it's
It's a
6
cube.
SIXX, the number 6, and then SICKS. So 666. Get it? What was your best plan in a game that actually panned out? If there are none, what's your favorite plan that completely fell through? Also, Pepper, my music suggestion for you is Wolf in Sheep's Clothing by Set It Off.
Oh, that's such a good song.
Yo.
You know that
Pretty
song,
sick.
right?
What?
Wolf in Sheep's Clothing?
By who?
Set It Off?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What was your best plan in a game that actually panned out? But if there are none, then if it fell through.
The Invisible Boat Plan.
That was so stupid.
The Invisible Boat Plan.
You were a part of that. That was in Sunder.
It was when we were in
Malbolge on the layer of the abyss, and you guys were trying to cross a giant lake of acid and poison. And so, but there were devils everywhere, and you wanted to be secretive. So you were like, Pirates of the Caribbean, take a boat, turn it invisible, put us underneath the boat, and then we'll sneak around.
Oh, yeah.
And you and Olivia and Spencer and I think Marshall and Tyler all came up with that. And everybody was like, hee.
That explains why I don't remember it.
It was very stupid, and I loved it.
It was.
I loved it so much.
Favorite plan.
That's what immediately came to mind.
I think this is just you letting me have fun with a ruling, but the first thing that came to mind wasn't a plan, so I'll still try to come up with a plan. But you letting me cast Still Wind Strike on each of the individual heads of Tiamat as core.
That was sick.
That was fun.
I love that.
I think I did like nearly 200 damage.
Oh, I love that. That was so cool.
Good. I'll try to come up with an actual plan. Stick vortex warping up onto that
Stick or Stitch?
Stitch, sorry.
Yeah, there we go.
Stitch.
I was like, Stick vortex warping.
Yeah.
Brain.
You're good.
Stitch vortex warping up onto that building to push the guy off, and then him also falling off but living with one HP.
That was fun.
really
I was
funny.
like, I guess I'm just casting Death Ward.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Do you have any? I can't think of any at the current moment.
Yeah, I can't think of any either.
Stitch was really fun to play because his whole shtick was just coming up with plans.
I can think of one that you did when you planned out that we talk about it all the fucking time, but it's so memorable, was when you were fighting Auril and you were able to carve a path through the ice walls with a Chardalon stride.
Oh,
that was so cool.
Yeah,
I loved that.
I love a Chardalon stride. It's just everything it does is so great.
It's so great. It's so great.
It feels good to have it back.
Recently, I liked going. Yeah, I think because I can only really think recently, but in the combat and Spelljammer, when I picked up all those dudes, that was fun. Yeah. I liked that. I was just like, and you. I picked up like 4 people and flew away with them and threw them into a blender.
I'm trying really hard to think of
Kardos joining Tiamat's a good one.
That wasn't really a plan.
No, it just kind of happened.
Like that. That's kind of neat.
You want to know what? This always is a memory that I have. You remember like 8-9 years ago when we went to Marshall's like kind of late and we played through the night, and I think Spencer went to sleep, but you and I, who was our third player? I don't remember who our third player was, but we planned out a bank heist and we ran the bank heist at like 4 a.m.
Nope.
Oh yeah.
I have no memory.
I remember. I wasn't there, but I remember the next time we played, you guys were like, "Oh yeah, you have all these gold bars because we robbed a bank."
We robbed a bank.
Man,
remember?
I don't remember that.
Because the city was like letting all of its people die out, and the mayor was like hoarding all the gold. So we robbed the bank and took all of their money.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was like
That's
4
crazy.
a.m. Yeah,
that's crazy.
And then that morning, Spencer woke up. We stayed up all night playing D&D, and we went and we got breakfast.
Yeah, crazy.
I don't have any plans or anything, but I do have times that like surprise me. And one's like a really old story where you guys have met Dylan, but I don't know if anyone else has. But he's crazy. He's crazy, but I love him to death. Before Cyberpunk really was even announced, I mean, it was announced in 2013 or whatever. But before like it even got popular, I was mad for it. That was what I played for like years before, like 7 years before I started D&D. So that's just what I played. And I played so often, so much. I was the only fucking person that did it, that I wound up like DMing over the course of like 7 years, like 50 different people. And then I would be at the shop playing. And then I'd have several DMs that I'd be like the head DM, and we'd run 3 games simultaneously.
Oh my God.
And it was just like fucking, it was just us playing Cyberpunk. Because that was the only fucking community I could literally build from the ground up.
That's so cool.
And Dylan, who's like a second or third time playing, walks up and he's like, "What are the rules for like augmentations?" And I was like, "Well, the book only says one real fast and like quick rule. So you can't put your legs in your arms and your arms in your legs. That's about it." He's like, "Can I have 4 arms?" And I was like, and it broke me immediately. I was like, 7 years, 50 people. No one's ever asked for an additional set of arms.
Yeah.
Why is that never come up?
That's crazy.
And I just sat there for like 30 minutes, just stunned. And I was like, I don't know how that works.
Did he get his 4 arms?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, he's like, "How do I rule it?" I was like, "I think you just get 4 arms, but you can't use Uzis." Because if you had 4 automatic weapons, you'd destroy anything.
Yeah.
I think that was the only real rule is you can't dual wield 4 automatic weapons.
Why can't you have your arms on your legs and your legs on your arms?
The book just says get a life.
Oh.
The book says get a fucking life.
Wow.
Does it really?
Yes.
Mike Pondsmith is awesome.
That's the only real rule is like you can't put your hands on your legs on your arms on your legs, and it says get a life.
Get a life.
That's the only real rule the book says in 2020.
I could see it like maybe like not have to take any action to reload the Uzi because you have the extra arms to do it for you.
See, that seems clever. I would.
Yeah,
it used to be so bad. It was like 9 p.m. during a summer in California, and the AC didn't work, and everyone was sweating, and we're playing like a shitty fucking mom and pop.
Yeah.
And he comes in and he's like, "What about 4 arms?" And I was like, "I don't know.
Don't
ever talk to me again.
Leave.
Don't ever talk to me again. I don't know what that means."
They recently rearranged everything there, and I feel I don't know what's going on when I walk in there now. Like, last time I went in there, it was all different. But.
That's crazy. I love that because it's such like it's such like a writer thing. I want that in more books, just to be like, no, this is dumb. You can't do this. And it's like, why? I don't care. I love that. It's great. Something similar to that I felt before, and I've talked about it a bunch, and I put it in a video one time, but when I was so stunned in a D&D game where I was like, nobody's ever done this before, was when I ran Curse of Strahd, and I had him attack the party in the Amber Temple, and he casted Mirror Image, and then Maddie casted Magic Missile and targeted all the mirror images, including him. And I was like, oh, the spell's done.
That's cool.
That's insane. Because they all have 1 hit point and the Magic Missile always hits.
I just thought of a plan that worked for me that I liked. When Ira impersonated Strahd going into the werewolf den.
Oh, yeah.
That was crazy. Yeah. That was cool.
It's crazy shit.
Cool stuff.
The entirety of Strahd was just how much can we fuck with people? Because there was 2 changelings, and then you could just cast Alter Self.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm Strahd today, and then tomorrow I'm Irina.
It was also really fun when Jacob pulled me aside during a break once, and he was like, hey, just so you know, when Ira went to the inn room, Strahd was there. Ira is bound and gagged, and Strahd is now Ira. I need you to role play Ira, but it's Strahd playing Ira.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
And I was like, okay. And so there were like little things that I did, like Strahd wouldn't know that Ira doesn't drink wine, so he got a glass of wine, and it was I played Ira, but I gave little tips to the party that something was off. So that was really fun. That was really fun.
That was awesome. This question says, do you have a favorite, from Akuyosen asked, do you have a favorite pair or class lineage in D&D? For me, it's Drow Warlock, but curious about your own.
I thought they meant pair?
Yeah.
Like the fruit?
Like shipping pair? Oh.
I thought like ship.
I ship the Cleric and Warlock for sure, yeah. Yo,
what?
Can we pretend that airplanes in the nice car shooting stars?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
I think mine,
watching.
I'm super
He's
default,
in the corner, like,
but I fucking love Tiefling Warlock so much.
Solid.
It's so good.
It's solid.
It scratches a part of my brain that goes.
I like Wood Elf Ranger.
Yeah, it's good.
Wood Elf Beastmaster Ranger.
Yeah. Or human bard, I guess.
I love that Jeremy Carford's not taking a break about stomping on my balls. I love it. He's like, I'm back. And I'm like, oh, I've been missing you.
Look at Ranger. He's got the bat.
Yeah.
Wake up, honey. It's time for your Ranger smashing again.
He likes to kick in my nuts. And I like that he's like, Gloomstalker. And I'm like, oh, that's a nice ice bag. Thanks. He's like, Horizon Walker. I'm like, oh. I'm like, oh, new book. He's like, sit down. I was like, okay. I know where this is going.
Yeah.
Wow.
What is it, Spencer? Say
Vampire
it.
Bloodhunter was a lot of fun.
Oh, it's so good.
Solid.
Yeah.
Winner.
So
I got a
good.
stick to the ceiling and kill you from above. That
It's
was pretty
solid.
fun.
Vampire Bloodhunter is awesome.
Being able to crawl around is better than flight. Just saying.
I
great.
fucking love being able to skitter.
Yeah. Skitter's better than flight.
It is.
Maybe like human fighter. I know it's generic, basic. But
It's so good.
I also want to say like Tiefling fighter was really fun to play. But if I'm thinking like pairing where it's like this would be, my brain is just going like this would be like really fun. Human fighter, like take the variant human, get a free feat. Like
Dwarf Cleric.
Yeah.
Dwarf Cleric's good.
Yes, I love Dwarf Cleric was my first character I ever made,
Dwarf Cleric.
and I want to replay it sometime. I'm gonna play a dwarf one day. I love playing dwarves, but I have too many other character ideas and I don't play enough. I have to play my gremlins. All right, last question. Then we're gonna go to the bonus episode, which you should come join us for that. But Thordorb asked, any chance of seeing the Fallout system expanded out to other genres? Well, yes. I think there are definitely, we have plans to do it eventually. Not only into its own setting, but also we have so many ideas on how to take the system and convert it into other things. It's just that it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort. Yeah. So we're totally going to do it because that action point perk system is so fun. Even though I can't take credit for it, it literally is the first Fallout game that was originally developed in GURPS, but they made into a video game. And then I stole it and made it a TTRPG. But I would love to take the concept and the idea and turn it into something because it's so fun. I love it.
I think it is better than Cyberpunk Red and 2020 together.
Yo, that's crazy.
I think Cyberpunk would run infinitely better if it was done on that system.
Wow, that's very high praise.
It would solve every problem that the system has.
Man,
you could have your arms on your feet and your feet on your arms.
No, you can't.
No? Okay, he says fuck off too.
Fuck yeah.
Get a life.
I need to have that for the Fallout system. I need to have you can't have your arms on your feet and feet on your arms.
Yeah, you need to find something.
I need to find something.
You have to put a line down somewhere.
I think what it is that it would just be what I give my advice to my GMs, which is just that you have to have at least a human in your party. And if you don't get a life, somebody's got to play a human.
Wait, did that party have a human after Billy died?
Yes.
Oh yeah, it had
2 humans.
Yeah, you're right.
2 humans. Yeah, that's my rule. If I ever gonna run Fallout, there has to be at least 2 humans. It's important.
Trying to think of plans, I was like, did Billy have any plans? But he just walked into everything and lucked out. That was his entire shtick.
And then died.
Yeah.
Man. All right, we'll see you guys in bonus episode.
Bye.